Right out of the gates, here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll check this down to Hines. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. It's Smith. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run with Hines. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They run again with Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nyheim Hines, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, it's Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They snap it to Fields. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. but that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he stopped immediately there. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing on third down, Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here's a run now with Kittle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now it's Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Urlacher, what a force getting in there for the sack. After the sack on first down, Smith, a quick throw, but incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Smith. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They snap it to Smith. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Running on first down, Eckler. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sanders' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. To throw is Fields. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Fields on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on second down. Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
How about Brian Urlacher? We've seen this before. He comes up to Belton for the loss. Throwing on second and 14. Smith. Got a man open. It's Chase. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. That's going to be caught by Moss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. Highest career yards per catch average for any player. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very highly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
This is Hines. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Hines is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 36, Fields.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Now it's Smith. Able to complete to Moss. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Smith's throw taken in by Moss.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Smith now to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Smith. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
First throw here in overtime for Smith.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hines.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 50, it's Smith. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt.
He's got a man, complete. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put him in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make the play?
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime, just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
First throw in overtime by Fields.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Now what can Fields do here in overtime?
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowl.